Yesterday, so just yesterday we discussed like some like definition. After that, something related to how the benefits of this course and what are the things we are going to discuss. So that we discussed yesterday. Right. Today here we will concentrate on first of all Android history, how this history has started and what are the steps it involved in this history. So that we will see here first. So let us say I want to discuss about this history clearly. Andrei Rubin is the person who invented this Android. So Android has invented by the person called Andrei Rubin. So that he started R&D on in the year of 2003. But why he started R&D? There is a very small and silly reason. Because of that, his life has completely changed. So one day he went to a shop to buy one digital camera. Then he compared the price with the digital camera as well as the normal camera. Then by seeing that price, he surprised. Why? Because there is a huge difference between these two cameras. Then he compared both the cameras, digital camera as well as the normal camera. He compared. Then he identified one small and silly difference, that is only the difference is the software. So there is a one small software. Why can't you invest? Why can't we invest that much of amount? He thought, and so he finally bought that camera, but he decided to create a software for the digital camera. So then he started R&D. So that is research and development. So that R&D has started in the 2003. Then after, once that R&D has started here, so that is not possible with a single person, right? So 3 members of his friends also joined with him. So total the 4 members are started doing this R&D here, right? Then they started one company called Android Inc. The company name has Android Inc. So once they started R&D in 2003, started company name called Android Inc. So till 2005. So from here they did 2005. So in 2005 they got a solution. So they got one solution. If they follow the standard and if they go on that way, they will get the software is ready for that. But they got now the actual problem. So what is that actual problem? So they struggled with the funds, means they don't have any funds. Because the 4 members, including Andrew Rubin and his friends, are completely from the last 2 years. They're completely the spending time on this R&D only. So now they got struggled with the funds. Then they approached multiple companies like Nokia, Symbian, Samsung, like HTC, many organizations, like many mobile device manufacturers, they approached, but no one has not accepted their request and they supposed to invest on this. Finally, in the year of 2007, Google has accepted their request and they invested some amount on this organization. So they invested some amount on this organization. But while they are tying up with this company, so these people have some of the things like their feature scope and how this will go in future and what are the rules on this. They have revealed few things. So first version for digital camera. This is first release. After that, second version onwards, it is for mobiles. Then after that, this will become as a operating system. So it will be operating system in future. Then next, it is open source. So always this is open source. Then they'll release development environment, and also they release one store. So these all are the agreements between the Android Inc. and the Google company. Right. So the first version is for digital camera, and second version is for the mobile app. And after that, they release as a operating system. And this is always, it is an open source. Also, they are going to release an development environment for the developers, and also supposed to release the store to install the apps for the end user perspective. So they are planning with the store. These are the future plannings for those people like this Android, right? Right. So these are the things which has came under this, right? But why it is open source? Because this architecture and this design as of this, they developed under OHA. So that is the Open Handset Alliance. So Open Handset Alliance is the community. So who are developed the apps or any software under this community, that must be a open source for the lifetime. So these people also followed the standards of this. So that's the reason this has an open source for the lifetime. So that is the agreement between these people, and they're done. So then everything is clear. Then Google invested something. So then by 2007 end, they released the software for the digital camera. So digital camera is out. Like digital camera software has released here. So digital camera software has released, but they not went to the market. Still, they are continuing with that next R&D. So in 2008, mid of the 2008, first Android mobile has released. First Android mobile has released with HTC. So there, on those days, there is a HTC is the major manufacturer. So with the HTC, the first Android mobile has released in the market. But even this mobile has released in the market, the people are not showing any interest to buy this camera, this mobiles, because this is the newer, people are not aware of this. Also, even not only the end users, even other mobile manufacturers are also not showing any interest on this platform, because this is the newer platform, and this is whatever this 2008 it is released. It is also like as a one software, like how the our normal phones, even nowadays, that normal phones, basic mobiles. So the basic mobiles will come with contacts, settings, messages, apps, one or two games, right? Like that, even this 2008, what they released, that is also similar to this. So that is the reason the people has not shown any interest to come on this particular environment, right? Then after that, so in 2009, so they succeeded as a operating system. So operating system, they released the second Android device with 2000 and as operating system, again same with HTC in 2009. So this is the second Android mobile has released in the market. Right. So once this second Android mobile is released with operating system, still people are not buying this, and also other manufacturers also not coming into this particular platform. Again, the same reason. So this has came with operating system, but there are no apps are available to install on this operating system. Right? There is no apps are available to install that. So that is the reason that no one has not came. So in 2010, they released the Play Store. So they released the Play Store. So once the Play Store has released, some other manufacturers slowly started showing interest on this. By 2011, they succeeded with the development environment. So the development environment is also ready by 2011. After that, there are huge people, like lot of people has came into this particular environment, and they showed interest on this environment one by one, like other manufacturers as well as the software companies as entering into this environment from 2012. So after that, this Android has releasing the every newer version for every 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, like maximum duration is 1 year. Within that, sometimes maybe 3 versions, 2 versions. So based on the requirement, it is released in a market and introducing day by day newer features. So because of those all the reasons, after 3 to 4 years, it became huge in the market. Almost nowadays in India, it is almost occupied to 85%, 80 to 85% of the market is occupied by Android, remaining is for the iOS. In worldwide, it is 60% of this, 60 to 65% of market has occupied by Android only. So this is the history how this became as an huge in the market, like how this became open source. So that is the this. Then after that, now here we supposed to see the next step. That is here in this Android, there are many versions are there. So those versions are like, I'll write few versions here: cupcake, donut, eclair, froyo, so gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwich, jelly beans, Kit Kat, lollipop, marshmallow, nugget, Oreo, pie, Q, R, S, and T. So these all are the different versions in our Android, right? So this each version has here many features, as well as some of the versions have some drawbacks as well. So because of some drawbacks, the next version has released immediately, and sometimes the new features added and it is released as a new version. Like, but here, if you want to become a developer, you must have a knowledge on this area. Means each version wise features as must required for the developer. Why? Because let us say I have released an application today. So some of you installed that in my application in Oreo, and you came to me like this application, this feature, I'm not able to handle this feature in this. Like me, you compared with some of the other version, like pi, something, with someone's mobile, you compared that. Then it came to me. So this version is not supporting it. So if you know about these features, like you can say, okay, this feature, it cannot support like this. So for this, we have already arranged the alternate way to handle this feature. Like you can go that way, you can handle that feature. Or sometimes it is not possible in this version. If you want, you can update your mobile like that. We can convey to the end user for the some respective features. So that is the reason each version wise features we need to understand. That is main and important. That is right. So before going in detail of these version wise features, so I suppose to discuss few more things here. So that is one word called API. So what is API? So that is the application program interface. Application program interface. This API is very important for us. So that is application program interface. Because here each version has one API level. So each version has like, it has to sync with Java or Kotlin with XML. So that's the reason it required some API layers. So that API layer has to create here. That is each version has one API layer here. That is first one. And after that, one more word you try to understand, that is SDK. So SDK also, each version has one specific SDK. So that is the software development kit. These two are mandatory for every version, but no need to remember which API version is for which SDK like that, because once we install the Android Studio, in that automatically we can able to see that. No need to remember that, not required. If you remember, it's well and good, but it is not a mandatory to remember that, right? So this. And the next, coming into this next word, we try to understand before that, mobile app development. So what is this word called mobile app development? So the mobile app development is nothing but here. So if we suppose to whatever the application here we are developing, so that application can run on the specific platform. The specific platform here is nothing but that is a mobile app platform. Whenever that application has run in this mobile platform, that development we can say has the mobile app development, right? So, but in our Android, like here, there are two mobile app platforms are there currently. Now, first one is the Android. So the next other is the iOS. So first one is the Android, other is the iOS. Right, Android as well as the iOS. But now here we are learning about this Android development, right? So again, in this Android development, there are total 3 types of developments as there. So in these 3 types, one is the app development. Second is the game development. And the third is the OS level, operating system level development. So operating system. But here our course is app development. So whatever the course here we are learning, so that is the app development. We are developing the apps. So if you want to develop a game, you should have the at least some knowledge on the basic app development. Then only you are eligible to do this development. But depends on the company. Like maybe once you learn this app development, once you enter into the one company, maybe there you have the game development, you can able to do that, no problem, because you know all the basics. From the basics, the next level enhancement is coming this game development, like that will be. Next, operating system level. So the operating system level is nothing but this is like if you get a chance to work on the mobile device manufacturers or in a Google, so like you will work, but this will be in C and C++ because operating system has developed using this only. For this, both it can support for the Java as well as Kotlin, even for the above also Java and Kotlin. But as I already told that indicated yesterday, we are going to learn this course with the Kotlin. So this is about the like few things about this. And next year I have few more points before entering into the details. One is the application and app. Is there any difference between these two words? This you have to understand clearly. What is application? What is an app? So whatever the like I'm working on a Java, right? I developed one application. So that application means that is a browser base. Whenever you build any application which is browser based, any application which is browser based, that we can say has the application. And what is the application you've done like using Java or Kotlin? That you can install in mobile, watch, TV. So that we can say as the app. But both intention is to application or app in a simple words is combining the different functionalities together to work them as a feature so that we can say as the app or application in a simple words. That is app or application will work in that way. That is. So that is the app or application basis. Right. So now this is the basic things we have done. Like we will go and we'll discuss in detail of this version wise features. Like before going to that start here, one more thing I forgot here. Like there is a similarity here. See, all the names should be in alphabetical order. And also this is the like what we can say all as a desert names, bakery items. Why? Because Andre Rubin and his friends always eat these kind of foods. That's the reason. This is the main and important things. Right. So before like entering into the next session, also like I said yesterday, this is the huge community, right? So that huge community is here. So that is the developer.android.com. This is the official website for our Android. So here we will get everything from the scratch to till here. Games, media apps, health, fitness, everything. From the small application to huge application, everything we will get here database. So that is the this. Right. So the next things we will see in next class, like feature wise here. So this is my website. Here you can access everything the data. Here like this with Android with Kotlin or Android with Java, both you can access here in detail. You can get the data here like this. Right. Hope this is clear. So then we will connect in next class tomorrow.